I'll be reacting to Takata op.Destiny episode 7. I will be watching it from Crunchyroll's website, and I'll be starting my reaction in 1-0 go. Oh yeah, I'm pumped up for this. Chapter 7 noise. I just hope eventually they introduce some kind of main antagonist though, because them constantly being attacked by D2s, while it's entertaining, it's feeling a little bit samey at this point. So hopefully there's some kind of twist on the plot. Oh man. Our girl talking like that never gets old. I mean, it's Takata she's talking about. She shouldn't expect anything more at this point. I mean, let's say he has to constantly battle. His health looks like it's constantly deteriorating. There's a lot of things for him to be stressed about. Because just think about it. He's gonna be in this conflict that he has no choice but to be in. He's out of their main group, he's the only one that suffers backlash when utilizing Cosette, or should I say Destiny. And then all things considered, the damn man just wants to play the piano in peace, but he won't be able to have that until all the D2 are destroyed. So all things considered, yeah, I'm not gonna blame him completely for not wanting to have a serious conversation. I mean, it's kind of a miracle that he still has his sanity, all things considered. I actually sympathize with him a little bit. I'm just saying. And then to top it all off, and ain't like he's getting paid for this shit either, too. It's like, geez, on top of having to help out and save people, it ain't like he's getting any financial compensation. It ain't like he's getting any, like, credits or anything like that. So all things considered, that and of course, seemingly he's deteriorating in health from Cosette constantly utilizing her abilities, I could see why he would not be in a pleasant mood at all. Damn. So much urge, but I like how they're showing him off again, though. Jeez. What he's gonna call it, trash? Okay, I was somewhat close. Damn the ego of this man. I kind of wish someone more compassionate had that responsibility instead of this bastard. All right, looks like the plot's moving forward into interesting directions at the very least. Yes! This motherfucker is selfish in his own way, too, so he shouldn't be talking shit about Taket, though. Good. And it's better that he says that now, but they can't predict if the D2 are going to get stronger or adapt to the strength of music arts. So I get to see the perspective of the Grand Conductor. I mean, the Master, I should say. Ah! Yeah, see the motherfucker. I always love it when cocky sons of bitches are knocked down a few pegs. It's, at least for me, it always feels cathartic to see. Sounds like a girl's music there. Thing is, I wouldn't be able to comment too much on that. Jeez. I mean, the thing is, so it's either that or deal the D2, and the best option is just to run and find another place. Hmm. Oh. I just hope it leads more than her just protecting the city, though, because again, don't get me wrong, it's nice that we see character development for Cassette and all, but last I checked, the series was like a one course, so with the rate it's going, it's not going to have much time to develop any potential main antagonist if things come down to it at this rate. I know because I've seen all the non-sequel non-spit, well, most of them anyway. I mean, it's probably a way of avoid relieving stress, though. Oh. Oh! Oh! I mean, jeez. Could have probably tapped it on the shoulder or something, or threw water on it. Well, that's what I love about Cassette, though. She always takes the extreme approach. I'm assuming this is the sheets that his father worked. Oh. Hmm. And you know what? That could actually help him out. I like this. At least it's showing us that the experience that Takuto went through in episode 6 is actually having a tangible effect on his life right now. That's actually really adorable there. Zero. I'm assuming it's a. I had a feeling. Because throughout the series, Takuto hasn't been shown to be the most creative individual. That's why I had a feeling it was going to be Zero. I mean, hey, any bit of the old Takuto's got to be a fucking morale booster, regardless. I want to be surprised if he gets some inspiration after running down a few D2. Because that's how it's like in these type of anime where when characters struggle and there's like an action element, characters won't realize. I love how that instantly perks them up. Oh man, he looks like, I'm not comparing this to a hentai, but he looks like a hentai character that has just been blue ball with the way he was staring at that little thing. Oh, like his facial expressions also look similar to an H character when they do someone with a bigger gun and then they go back to their original loved one that has a smaller gun. And then they look immensely disappointed too. I had to. Oh, looks like our cassette's involved in action again. It was going well until he was interrupted. Poor man. The I like this whenever we do see these two actually in conflict with each other. It makes a relationship feel realistic too. I like that Pepsi logo. They just reversed the colors there. Nice little touch in the background. Oh, we got a badass here. Mm. Who knows? Maybe Cosette's gonna take up singing like the original Cosette to try to help our boy think of a not think, but inspire him to make a much more lively composition Takuto's liking. I mean, it wouldn't be impossible because maybe Cosette might have muscle memory and she might be able to have a beautiful voice. Maybe. It's my guess. Oh, I really want to hear the father's voice here. Damn. I guess they must have muted the sound a bit for some reason, though. Because this series, it doesn't do anything just because. At least so far, it's done things mostly with a purpose. Oh, that baby's. Oh, let's look at it. Oh. I actually like this character development for Cassette because she's evolved from just a wreck in D2 to now actually also helping out civilians. So at least now she's taking into consideration people's feelings. Yeah, that's some good. That's some significant character development there. Because Cassette was at least when, or should I say, Destiny, when she was first introduced, she was single-minded. So this is actually, and she's even going as far as giving up the candy that she really enjoys too. I'm assuming it's going to call him a baby, and baby's going to enjoy it. But that is actually something really beautiful about that. Mm. Hmm. I like the sense of pride she's got in her voice. I mean, not just that, but I mean, Cosette is her sister, so I would assume that she'd want to keep an eye on her, on Cosette. Huh. Well, yeah, I mean, it's a adjusting period for Cosette now. The only thing I wish in the scene is I kind of wish that we wouldn't have Cosette's sister just info dump this though. Like everything she said was just apparent from Cosette's actions. I just feel like with the way they handled it, felt like they are info dumping the information that should have been apparent. That's the only thing that lowers the scene at least a little bit for me. But other than that, it's a good scene overall, regardless. Actually, because it is, I wouldn't be surprised if eventually starts smiling too of her own accord. That'd be the next step. At this point, really, no one's going to have the answer to that. I'd say best case scenario, if the original cassette does come back via personality, it's going to be a mix of Destiny and cassette's personality, kind of like a fusion. Sort of similar. I don't know if I should say this because it's spoiler. Sort of like a similar situation to Kaiba. I'm not going to mention which specific character, but at the end, there's a character that got a fuzzy memory, and that character's new memories combined with its old memories for like sort of like a slightly different mindset. So I'm assuming it might handle it similar to Kaiba when all said and done. Mm. Maybe her sister just wants her to grow up and get outside the nest. Figurative. Oh, the thing is, though, that's going to be kind of loaded for Takata. Hopefully, though, he can talk about it a little bit more to Destiny in the future, though, because it's part of the grieving process too. Talking about the qualities you liked about the person that passed away. I'm assuming the question to that would probably someone like I said. That's who he probably wishes deep down heard the song that he's currently composing. Okay, that's a damn good shit in English there. Okay. Oh, I just like the oh. I always love like whenever Consent and Takeda show up, they always show up with massive amounts of swag. And something the series always does well in is the freaking music too. Yo, now that is a nice split bits there. Damn, that was easy. I thought for a second I was going to take a little bit more struggle on that, the way they were hyping up that D2. Oh, never mind. You know what would be crazy if the D2 can start also playing out tactics? And it'd be kind of creepy if they actually managed to plan an ambush against our girl. Okay, here the animation looks so, it looks silky smooth with like oh wait, what? So Hell also has the ability to manipulate D2? Yo! And seeing how he's showing off that ability, he's going to try to get rid of Kosei and Takuto now. Oh, I thought for a second it was to manipulate the D2. What an evil son of a bitch, though, because he put people in danger in doing this. Okay, if anyone's a piece of garbage, it's this man. He needs to be fucking taken down. The thing is, though, I believe there's got to be means of finding creative solutions of providing for everyone. The thing is, though, his perspective of eliminating people is just a world that begets more violence. And it's just an easy and quick solution. It ain't the right one from a moral standpoint. Yeah, more like a fucking tyrant than a fucking hero. And a true hero would never, well, in most cases, would never call themselves a fucking hero. They would just show it off through their actions. All right. Finally, someone's calling him a lunatic. I'm assuming it's a time where our boy's father passed away. Yep. Oh, oh, now it became visually present. Oh, no. Okay, never mind. Guess I was slightly wrong there. Now it's absolutely personal there. Okay, now this is the twist I've been waiting. Especially the character development, too, where now he absolutely want to eliminate someone. I like how the eyesore is calling someone else an eyesore. Yeah. No! Oh, okay, Gavin, that was good. Finally! Oh, sup, Antonio Villanueva? I mean, no, I explain this in every video. I can't use footage because last time I did it, I got a copyright strike from King Records. So no, I don't use footage. Literally, if I use footage, that'd be suicide to my channel because anime companies are biased against people. Well, some of them. They're biased against me because whenever when I do reactions and Antonio Villanueva, I do not put the episode because last time I got a copyright strike doing that. That's what I'm trying to say. From King Records, the anime company that does anime like Endro and a few other anime this season, and also got a copyright strike from a company called Shueisha, an H anime company, another company called BL Festival. So I've tried multiple times, and I get copyright strikes. That's why I don't use footage. I've explained this in so many videos, too. I know you're new here, man, but it's like explaining this every single time gets old, and it gets a bit distressing. I'm like, I even try to put in my thumbnails, too. I try to make it apparent that I don't use footage, too. But yeah, I know you're new here, but it's like explaining it multiple times just gets old. But anyways, here are my thoughts on the episode. I thought overall, the episode was pretty dang good. If I were to actually rate the episode on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being abysmal, 5 being average, and 10 being exceptional, I'm actually going to give it an 8 out of 10 because at least now it feels like there's significant plot progression. For once. And let me explain why. For one, we finally get introduced to a major bad in the series, which is what I've been waiting for quite a while. Because at least Felix, he fits the bill perfectly. He's been established as a major threat since episode 5, considering that they did show off Hell's strength and how much more in a league of her own Hell is in comparison to Destiny. So already, this episode is. I watched it on Crunchyroll, Antonio. Yeah, I watched it on Crunchyroll. I also have the link in the description box, but Crunchyroll does charge money. I pay Crunchyroll $8 a month to watch anime on their websites. That's where I watch my anime. I usually support the official releases unless an anime is Netflix jailed or it isn't officially licensed. Then that's when I don't watch it off of Crunchyroll. But usually I watch all my anime off of Crunchyroll, Netflix, and Funimation. That's where I see them. But yeah, the link's in the description box, but it only will work if you're subscribed to Crunchyroll, though. But I watch it there, though. Though they have the episode for free a week later, though. So if you want to watch it officially, it's either pay up the money to Crunchyroll or you just wait a week and they'll have episode 7 out. But then episode 8 will release, so that's one option of doing it. And that's why I like the episode from a story standpoint. It's finally doing something. We're finally getting a major bad that feels like a legitimate threat. And not just that, but even though, yes, there are a few bits where the episode info dumped information, it wasn't that bad. It only did it once when Anna was explaining to Taketo how Cosette was changing. I would have rather Taketo come to that conclusion on his own, though, considering that the series has established him as smart. But hey, what can you do? For the most part, the episode was good. And aside from that, there was another element that I also really enjoyed about this episode that I'm not going to ignore. But to the credit of the episode, I actually like how now the events relate to the first episode when it comes to showing that Felix was the one who ordered Hell to cause all that chaos. Now, if I had to be really analytical, there are some downsides to the episode from a character standpoint, and they have nothing to do with Cosette or also Taketo. The episode did well in those two. The downside is Felix because when it comes to Felix, they kind of do make him feel like one of those mustache touting villains from like the fucking 80s and one of those, I wouldn't say, one of those usually horribly written 80s, 70s cartoons. And yeah, that's one of the downsides because even though, yes, the series did give Felix some build up, I think they could have done a better job of building him up because they only really gave him one episode, and that's about it. But in saying that, at the very least, though, he has some emotional connection to Takedo. So it's going to make, even though they didn't give him a lot of build-up, it'll still make the future action set pieces that are going to be in the next episode pretty damn epic. Oh, anime that's good? I'd say Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood's great. JoJo's Bizarre Adventures is pretty great. And then there's also Dragon Quest Adventure Die from this season is amazing. So Dragon Quest is also pretty great. And VV Floret's Ice Song that came out this year was pretty great too. And it's action-packed. And also Fruits Baskets, the one done from TMS Studio was pretty great too. So I'd say those are some pretty good, great recommendations if you want to watch some anime that have come out this year. Although Ashino Joe came out in the 80s, so that one is pretty old, but the other ones I mentioned are newer in comparison. But yeah, those are some series that are worth their consideration. And that's why I thought for the most part, yeah, they could have handled Felix a little bit better, but hey, it's better than nothing. And here's another thing I'm worried about this episode too. The power scaling, because just a few episodes ago, they established Hell as like a grandiose in strength. So now it's kind of making me wonder, how is Destiny going to stack up to Hell in the episode unless you have Walker show up? But I do have a few concerns because if Destiny starts to match up, I will tell you in the box, but I gotta do some reactions. All right, I can do it real quick. Right here's some anime in the box. Let's see that one, and also Akadama Drive was pretty good. Here's some recommendations. So that's one thing I'm concerned about when it comes to this series too, the power scaling. But in saying that, there were a lot of positives. I love how Takuto is at the very least trying to compose his own music. So I love that. You see him becoming a little bit more creative. And I love how he looked absolutely vengeful. Oh, no problem, Antonio. I love how he looked absolutely vengeful against Felix, too. And I'm really loving the growth for Destiny because I love how here you see she's much more mature. She's helping out people of her own free will. She's not just focused on fighting the D2 all the time. She wants to do things other than fighting. And I love that. I think it makes her a much more layered character. And it prevents from making her one note. And I gotta say, the animation quality in the episode was still good, and I liked the artwork, and that's why overall, taking all these factors into consideration, I gotta give the episode an 8 out of 10. Yeah, there are a few things that concern me, but for the most part, I gotta say, the positives definitely outweigh most of the potential negatives. And saying that, the only thing I'm concerned about when it comes to the series is that it might have a rushed ending, though, because we're still this late in the game. And while, yes, Felix is going to make for an interesting antagonist, he's not the main bad guy, though. The main bad guy, or the main source, or the main antagonistic force of the series still has yet to be introduced when it comes to the source of all the D2. So my concern with the series is how is it going to be able to handle that with only a few episodes left? Because a lot of anime originals, when they get to this point, and when they don't really have specification as to what the main antagonistic force is, usually fall apart. That's my only concern with the series. And I remember that being an issue for Fina Pirate Princess, Sunny Boy, and also Odd Taxi. But in saying that, I'll still be optimistic and I'll give the series the benefit of a doubt. But I just hope that soon it has some kind of game plan when it comes to how it's going to finish things out. But for the most part, though, I'll worry more about that as the series finishes out, though. For now, I'm going to enjoy it because it's still pretty good. Yeah, not great like when it started out. But it feels like at the very least it's finding its momentum again. And hey, that's better than nothing. But anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on the episode. I would really love to hear your thoughts on how I feel about my reaction or the episode itself in the comment section below. Hope y'all rate the video, share, rate, comment, subscribe. Thank you, Antonia Villanueva, and also everyone else for watching my video. And I hope y'all have a fun, great, safe, and fantastic day, everyone. But anyways, y'all, thanks so much, and have a fantastic day, y'all. Bye-bye.